Hello and welcome to Reality TV News Update, where you'll find the most recent news, entertaining moments, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content. For 26 years, Survivor has garnered a reputation for delivering high-quality reality television gold. Reflecting on the series' most epic moments is only natural as the massive 50th season airs. Out of hundreds of episodes, a select few endure as true standouts. Collider ranked the 15 greatest Survivor episodes that ever aired in 2024. The team compiled a list of the most entertaining episodes in the show's history, including classics from the first season and contemporary gems. Beating out Cagayan's Episode 6, Head of the Snake, at number 3, and the legendary Episode 13 of Token Teens, The Martyr Approach, 2, Heroes Against Villains Episode 10, Going Down in Flames, took the top spot. First aired in the spring of 2010, Survivor Heroes vs. Villains quickly became a franchise favorite. The season's unique challenges and engaging cast captivated viewers, bringing in an average of 13.6 million viewers for each episode. CBS had a fantastic season, with ratings that skyrocketed and streaming numbers that doubled from previous seasons. Even after 16 years, it is still regarded as one of the show's best seasons. Episode 10, Going Down in Flames, was one of the episodes from the 20th season. This was the season's merge episode, the pivotal point when rival tribes combine and individual gameplay commences. Given the high stakes of a merge, it is fitting that the top-rated episode would be one especially during the show's most celebrated season. Going Down in Flames features a mix of legendary gameplay, captivating players, and an engaging immunity challenge. JT was introduced in previous episodes. Thomas's ill-fated decision to give his idol to Russell Hantz, the episode pays off in a shocking tribal council. The villains asserted their dominance, and JT, with Parvati Shallow's iconic move of playing two hidden immunity idols. Thomas was voted out. The combination of brilliant strategy and nail-biting tension created a formula for an excellent Survivor episode. It continues to be the show's best episode, receiving a 9 out of 10 rating on IMDb. Fans of the reality competition show Survivor have debated for years which episode truly stands out in its dramatic and lengthy history. With over 2 decades of blindsides, strategic betrayals, emotional moments, and unforgettable characters, choosing a single best episode might seem impossible. Yet, among the many iconic installments, one episode from the legendary 2010 season, Survivor Heroes vs. Villains, consistently rises to the top of fan rankings. The episode titled Banana Etiquette, which is frequently referred to by fans as the ultimate classic, is generally regarded as one of the greatest, if not the greatest, episodes in the entire franchise. It perfectly combined humor, strategy, tension, and an unforgettable tribal council that shocked viewers during the show's 20th season. A season full of legends. By the time the episode aired, the season itself had already captured the attention of viewers. Survivor Heroes vs. Villains reunited some of the most memorable contestants from previous seasons. Players were divided into 2 tribes, heroes and villains, based on their reputations from previous games. Legends such as Sandra Diaz Twine, Parvati Shallow, Russell Hantz, Boston Rob Mariano, and Coach Wade were among the returners. With so many strong personalities and strategic minds in one place, the season was bound to produce unforgettable television. But no one expected just how explosive one particular episode would become. The build-up to chaos. The villains' tribe was already filled with tension before the famous episode even began. Alliances were fragile, egos were clashing, and players were constantly trying to outmaneuver one another. Russell Hantz, a player who caused controversy and was unpredictable, was the focus of one of the main plot lines. Known for his aggressive gameplay and willingness to deceive anyone, Russell was constantly looking for advantages that could push him further in the game. At the same time, the charismatic and highly strategic Parvati Shallow was quietly building relationships while also becoming a major target for others in the tribe. This tension set up the most shocking tribal council ever shown on reality television. The hidden immunity idol twist. Russell's bold, unanticipated decision marked the episode's pivotal moment. During the tribal council, the tribe appeared ready to eliminate Parvati. Many players believed she was too dangerous to keep in the game due to her strong social skills and strategic mind. The plan seemed simple and almost guaranteed to succeed. But Russell had other ideas. He stood up and played a hidden immunity idol, not for himself, but for Parvati, in a dramatic move. The tribe members let out gasps. The plan had instantly collapsed. But the shock did not end there. Parvati then stunned everyone by revealing that she also possessed not one, but two hidden immunity idols. She played them for two allies to make sure that none of the players she wanted would get votes. Chaos gripped the tribal council as a whole. One of the best blindsides of all time. The carefully planned elimination had completely backfired when the votes were finally shown. Instead of Parvati leaving the game, one of the opposing alliance members was blindsided and sent home. The moment instantly became one of the most talked-about scenes in Survivor history. Fans at home who were watching were shocked. Social media exploded with reactions, and longtime viewers immediately began calling the episode one of the greatest ever produced. Even the show's longtime host, Jeff Probst, has repeatedly praised the moment as one of the most thrilling tribal councils the series has ever had. Perfect reality television. What makes this episode so highly ranked isn't just the shocking twist, it's how the entire story unfolds. The episode balances humor, drama, and strategy in a way that represents everything fans love about the show. There are funny camp moments, intense conversations about alliances, and an escalating sense of suspense that builds toward the tribal council. The tension is almost unbearable by the time the idols are played. When the blind side finally happens, the payoff feels enormous. For many viewers, it captures the very essence of what makes Survivor such an enduring hit. Why fans still talk about it. Even after more than a decade has passed, the episode is still a favorite among fans who have been watching the show for a long time, as well as newer viewers who are discovering the show through streaming platforms. Many online rankings and fan polls still place it at or near the top of the list of best episodes ever. The tribal council scene is frequently shared online and often appears in highlight compilations of the show's greatest moments. Additionally, it established Parvati and Russell Hantz as two of the franchise's most influential contestants. Parvati's bold idol play, in particular, is still considered one of the most impressive strategic moves ever seen on the show. A turning point in the franchise's history. The success of Survivor Heroes vs. Villains helped reaffirm the power of the franchise during a time when reality competition shows were becoming more competitive. By bringing back iconic players and delivering unforgettable gameplay, the season reminded audiences why Survivor had become a global phenomenon in the first place. In addition, this one episode in that season stood out as the best representation of the show at its best. The legacy lives on.
Today, when fans debate the greatest episodes of reality television, this 2010 classic is almost always part of the conversation. It demonstrated everything that the show excels at: daring strategy, unexpected turns, memorable characters, and the thrill of a flawless blindside. It continues to serve as a standard against which all subsequent episodes are evaluated for regular viewers. In addition, the episode is frequently what converts casual viewers into lifelong followers for brand new viewers discovering the show through streaming platforms. More than 15 years after it aired, the legendary moment still proves that in the unpredictable world of Survivor, one bold move can change everything and create
The
television
legendary
history.
reality competition show Survivor has been delivering memorable moments of strategy, drama, betrayal, and victory for more than 2 decades. Fans have debated incessantly over the course of dozens of seasons and hundreds of episodes about which one is the show's greatest episode. While many moments have become iconic, one particular episode from the 2010 season, Survivor, Heroes vs. Villains, fans and critics alike frequently rank Villains as the ultimate classic. Often remembered for its jaw-dropping tribal council and brilliant strategic gameplay, the episode has become a benchmark for what makes the show so captivating. It is still one of the most talked about and celebrated episodes to ever air, more than a decade later. A magnificent season. Heroes vs. Villains debuted in 2010. Audiences had high expectations. The idea for the season was simple but brilliant. Bring back some of the contestants from previous seasons who were most memorable and divide them into 2 tribes based on their reputations. The Heroes tribe consisted of players known for integrity and loyalty, while the Villains tribe was filled with strategic masterminds, notorious schemers, and outspoken personalities. Among the returning legends were fan favorites such as Sandra Diaz-Twine, Parvati Shallow, Russell Hantz, Boston Rob Mariano, and Coach Wade. Each participant came into the game with a history, a reputation, and something to prove. As a result, the show had one of its most intense and competitive seasons ever. Tension builds in the Villains tribe. The Villains tribe was rife with conflict and power struggles at the beginning of the season. Strong personalities clashed as alliances formed and dissolved at lightning speed. Every conversation seemed to have hidden agendas, and players frequently questioned who they could trust. Russell Hantz, whose brutal gameplay had already earned him a reputation, was at the center of a lot of the chaos. Through manipulation, deception, and daring moves that completely surprised other players, Russell believed he could win the game. Meanwhile, Parvati Shallow had quickly become a major threat. Known for her social skills and strategic intelligence, Parvati was respected by some players but feared by many others. The objective appeared to be Parvati as the tribes got closer to a crucial tribal council. How to prepare for a blindside. Several members of the tribe believed that eliminating Parvati would weaken a powerful alliance and restore balance within the group. The plan appeared straightforward and nearly guaranteed to succeed. Numerous contestants were confident that the outcome was already decided as votes were quietly organized. However, they were unaware that Russell had other ideas. He realized that keeping Parvati in the game could help his own strategy, despite Russell and Parvati's lack of complete trust. He thought that removing a strong player too early would make the game less chaotic, and he thrived in chaos. So Russell prepared to make one of the boldest moves in the show's history: a tribal council for all time. Jeff Probst, the host of Tribal Council, began asking the tribe questions about trust, strategy, and loyalty as soon as the tribe arrived. The group seemed to be in a state of tension during the discussion, but no one explicitly announced their plans. The moment that set everything in motion came next. Russell got up,
played a hidden immunity idol and shocked the entire tribe. He played the game for Parvati, not for himself. The move immediately stunned the other players. The plan to eliminate her had just collapsed. As the contestants realized that their carefully planned strategy might not work, gasps filled the room. But the drama was far from over. After that, Parvati pulled off a larger surprise. She revealed that she had 2 hidden immunity idols of her own. In a move that would go down in reality television history, she used those idols to protect 2 of her allies, ensuring that multiple players who had been targeted would receive no valid votes. The entire tribal council broke out in disbelief and confusion. The ultimate blindside. When the votes were finally read, the results were shocking. The Majority Alliance's plan had completely backfired, and one of their own members was blindsided. The stunned reactions around the tribal council set became one of the most memorable scenes in the entire franchise. Home viewers couldn't believe what they had just witnessed. Within minutes of the episode airing, viewers flooded online forums and social media with reactions, praising the strategic brilliance and dramatic storytelling. Why the episode is considered the best. Many fans consider this episode the greatest in the history of Survivor because it perfectly captures everything that makes the show special. First, the strategy is incredibly complex. The players had to plan several steps ahead as multiple alliances were evolving simultaneously. Second, the emotional stakes were high. Contestants genuinely feared being eliminated and desperately tried to outmaneuver one another. Finally, the reward was priceless. The idol plays and the resulting blindside created a moment that felt completely unpredictable, yet incredibly satisfying. The episode has been hailed as one of the best tribal councils ever made by longtime host Jeff Probst. A lasting legacy. More than a decade after its original broadcast, the episode continues to appear at the top of fan rankings and best-of lists. Clips from the Tribal Council are frequently shared online, and new viewers discovering the show often cite the episode as the moment they truly fell in love with the series. It also helped cement the reputations of players like Parvati and Russell as 2 of the most influential competitors in the franchise. Their daring actions demonstrated the game's potency of strategy and risk-taking. A moment in reality television. Very few moments remain memorable in the ever-evolving world of reality television years after they first air. However, this unforgettable Survivor, Heroes vs. Villains, continues to stand the test of time. It exemplifies the ideal blend of personality, surprise, strategy, suspense, and personality that has made Survivor one of the most successful reality shows ever made. The episode that demonstrated that anything can happen when the torches are lit and the votes are about to be read remains the ultimate classic for fans worldwide.